Holy Land is in you. Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. Isis, the feminine right brain. Ra, the masculine left brain. You enter the Holy Land by aligning your brain hemispheres. Unlocking consciousness, El. Simply do this just by meditating. You enter the Holy Land by turning off your senses, your thoughts and emotions, and you bathe in the awareness of pure consciousness, escaping the activity of the mind, emotions and senses. The Holy Land is not a real place, but a symbolic place inside your own consciousness that you can enter and escape everything. The next time you feel overwhelmed and thinking too much, just simply meditate, turn off everything, and you will bathe in the Holy Land inside your consciousness. Happy birthdays, witchcraft. Touch wood is an ancient magic ritual to summon the tree spirits. Turning the lights off and chanting happy birthday while blowing out candles and making a wish is a form of magic rituals. Black mirrors were used to contact spirits, and we use them every single day. They were called scrying mirrors. Scry became screen. When you are praying, you are trying to cast a spell to change reality with your words. The word abracadabra translates to I will create with my words. This is why we call it spelling. It's a spell. Birthday rituals are making you age quicker. When we say how old are you, we are tricking our subconscious mind that we are old. When you jinx something, this is a jinn, which is an invisible creature within the astral planes. Satan is the god of this world, and he has blinded the minds of those who do not believe. Because when our soul incarnates through these 7 celestial spheres, we forget who we are before this lifetime. The symbol for Saturn is even showing you this. All of the planet symbols are made out of the Holy Trinity, the sun, the moon, and the cross for Earth. The Saturn symbol is the Earth cross and the moon crescent. Earth is matter, moon is mind, sun is soul. The Saturn symbol is showing you Earth over moon, matter over mind, when it should be mind over matter. We incarnate into this world so we can restrict our mind, because in the dimensions of the mind and imagination we can think and it comes into manifestation instantly. But this plane limits us. Sega Saturn is a game, the Nintendo GameCube. This is why we say think outside the box, because you are not your physical body, and this is the box they're trying to trap us in, the physical dimension. You can use that high-pitched noise to do something very mystical with yourself. Your brain is not one system. It consists of 2 hemispheres, a feminine right brain, Isis, a masculine left brain, Ra. The brain does not produce consciousness. Consciousness is downloaded into the brain. The brain is a computer that simulates this physical reality. The noise you hear in your ears can be used to align the brain hemispheres, which will unlock higher states of consciousness, maybe even out-of-body experiences. In order to unlock your consciousness, the electrical system of your brains need to be working together and not fighting each other. And that's what that noise is in your ear. The noise in your ear is the noise of the electricity in your brain. By closing your eyes and listening to that noise, you can actually sync the brain hemispheres. Or you can do it in an artificial way. And when the 2 electrical systems become one, you unlock consciousness, which is the Holy Land of Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. The Holy Land in the Bible is not a real place, but a place in your consciousness where you can go to and rise above the thoughts, where it's eternal peace, no thoughts. Simply just meditate and focus all your attention on that high-pitched voice in your ears. If you do this long enough, you will have a very mystical experience. Bless is be less you. Appreciate is appreciate. Hello is hell is low, and slaughter is laughter. The English language is filled with hidden spells, that's why it's called spelling. The weekend is when you're weakened from the weak days. A daze is a state of confusion. Every word you say is molding your mind, and your life, your reality, is an externalization of your mind. Every word you say is taken into the subconscious, and it's taken as truth. It takes everything you say literally. The subconscious is basically the mind that has all of your programs, how you tie laces, driving your car, anything you do on autopilot. This is the subconscious. The double meaning words such as sick or that's sick, this is a double meaning word which is tricking our subconscious mind that you are ill, sick. The subconscious is the 90% of your mind. You are only consciously aware, which is the 10%. Every word you say is molding and shaping your mind, which is then eventually molding your own physical reality in your life. Be very careful of the words that you say, people. The Pope is opening 5 portals. These are the locations of them. Connecting the dots of these locations creates the sigil of Lucifer. This is going to blow your mind. Sigil of Lucifer is your brain's visual field with the eyes. You don't see into reality. Light enters the eyes and an image is produced in your brain. Everything outside of you is just energy. Your brain turns it into a reality you can interact with. These rituals are all to do with perception. That's why he's opening 5 doors for your 5 senses. 5 points on the body, 5 toes, 5 fingers. 5 is the portal that connects spirit with matter, consciousness interacting with the material world. The Pope is not opening spiritual portals for demons. This was all a psyop. The portal they're opening is a negative portal in your own mind. This ritual was to create fear in our minds to make us project it into the reality. Because the physical world is just an externalization of our inner consciousness. By planting fear in the collective minds and projecting this reality to keep us distracted. This is what Lucifer is. Lucifer is you, your consciousness, your divine self, falling for the material tricks. Matrix. This is just another distraction to install fear into your mind. Physical is phi cycle. The phi symbol is the Taurus field. We live in a cycle of an electromagnetic field. Birth, growth, decay, and death. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Morning, afternoon, evening, night. Everything comes out of the ether and returns back to the ether. That's why death has ether within it, because your soul came through the ether and then you will return back through the ether. Back to your astral light body. Your soul goes back to the ether every night when you go to sleep. That's why sleep is the cousin of death, because sleep is just a microcosm of this macrocosm cycle. Day and night, summer, winter, everything is just a cycle of the atom and how energy works. That's why blood leaves the heart and returns back to the heart. Just like how the heart's energy field leaves the heart and goes back to the heart. Because the heart is an infinite energy source. Heart rearranged is ether. Your heart speaks the language of the universe, energy. You never actually die, your soul lives forever. However, we need to detach from every addiction we have before we die. Egyptian gods never existed. They symbolize the sun in the 4 different states. Horus is the sun when it's rising. Horizon, Horus is rising. Word hours rearranged is Horus. Ra is the sun when it's radiant, when the sun is the most high, 12 noon. Set is the sun at 6 p.m. when the sun sets. Yearly cycle is a daily cycle. Spring is 6 a.m. Summer is 12. Autumn is when the sun sets. Nighttime is winter. Horus and Set is Jesus and Satan. Set, the ground animal, lower self. Horus, the bird, the air animal, the higher self. Egyptian scarab is a dung beetle. Rolls dung up and then down the hill, representing the sun rising and falling, hence why the Egyptians used the sun above him. The Vatican is a sun dial, because Jesus is the sun with his 12 disciples. Jesus is not going to save you, Allah is not going to save you, Buddha is not going to save you, no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself from the emotional chaos, from the mental chaos, negative thoughts, the internal trauma that you are experiencing is what you need to save yourself from. The universe only exists in this skull of yours, in this mind. The real savior is when you save yourself from the internal hell that you may live in, from seeking low-level pleasures, external validation. This is destroying your soul, and no wonder you feel so lost. You have to look within yourself and control the mind, and when you can control the mind, you will control your whole reality. You have to save yourself. Believing in a man in the sky will take you nowhere in life. Have an amazing day. The reason why they hide the true cosmology of Earth is not because of infinite resources, not because of extra land beyond that ice wall, and definitely not to hide God. The number one reason why they hide it is because of the 7 planets and what they truly are and how they can give you power. You can literally use these things to create anything, okay? We need to understand, as above, so below. The 7 planets influence the material plane. On a hot summer's day, you feel like you have more energy, you're more happy. This is because the sun directly influences your psychology and your state of consciousness. Not just the sun, all 7 planets influence you in certain ways, okay? Now that's the macrocosm, that's the big scale. The big, that's the world and the heavens, right? But you, your body, is literally a miniature Earth. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm. Therefore, you use these 7 forces yourself. So think of these 7 forces of your mind or consciousness. For example, all creation demands 7 aspects. If you want to create something, it demands 7 forces. It demands Saturn, which is your time and your discipline and your structure. It demands your emotion. You have to have some sort of care, because if you do not have care to create something, then you won't take action. It has to have Mercury, your intellect, your thought process behind it. It has to have Jupiter, your meaning, the why you are creating it. It has to have Venus, the beauty, the visual of what you created, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like, what it touches. The Sun, which is your action and your drive to make the thing grow. And Mars, your protection, protecting what you created, your defense mechanism, your trademark, your copyright. So all physical creation demands these 7 planets. So if you want to create a perfect product or creation, you have to use these 7 planetary energies. And you just observe your product. What does it have? What does it need? Does it need more emotion towards it? Does it need more intellect, more thought process? This is why we have this symbol, because the 7 planets are coming into the center. The L represents physical creation. So you have direct access to these forces, and that's what they hide. The money, the status, and the power, that is Satan. It's an aspect of your mind. God is the higher mind that wants the love, the intuition, the wisdom, the knowledge. That is God. Demons are your emotions that possess your body, your mind. That's what a demon is. It's all metaphorical for you, the battle between your mind and your body. You need to sync your mind and your body so that you can live in harmony, which is heaven. It's all metaphors, and until you realize this, you will continue to blame the devil to bringing negativity in your life. You manifested the negativity in your life. You are a result of your thoughts. Where you are in life is a direct manifestation of all the thoughts you have thought in the past. They don't want you to realize this because it's a slave system. You are a slave. It's a soul system, not a solar system. You started in the stars and you entered the heart of the soul system, which rearranged spells Earth. You took on the 7 energies of consciousness, the 7 planets. That's why you have 7 chakras and the 7 days of creation. You started in the stars. That's why you are a star, a cis star, monster, fraud star. That's why we need to reach for the stars and ascend to our astral body. Our astral body is the star body, the celestial body. You descended from spirit to matter, from the stars to the earth, and turned into the Anunnaki. Anu, the sky god, represents spirit. Ki, the god of the earth, represents matter. Together they gave birth to the Anunnaki. Anu and Ki, spirit and matter. You are the Anunnaki. You incarnated into a specific, unique time and place of the planets and the stars, which imprinted a specific energy in you. This is why we are all unique and different, because we are all born in different timings and placements of the planets and stars. This is why you have a midlife crisis at 33, because Saturn takes 33 years to go around the zodiac. Saturn is in the exact same position from when you were born at age 33. And Saturn is the aspect of your consciousness that limits you and makes you learn. Religions were made to hide the truth about yourself. You descended from spirit to matter. Stairway to heaven is your spine, and you must raise yourself from matter back to spirit, from heel to head, from hell to heaven, material to spiritual through reaching Christ consciousness. Heaven and hell are internal states. We must transmute the chaos within ourselves to a higher state of consciousness, balancing the brain with the heart, the intellect with the emotion. The Father and the Son creates the Holy Spirit, the holy spiraling energy field. 33 vertebrae on the spine. Jesus crucified at 33. We must crucify our body, our material self, to our spiritual self by raising our consciousness from the base of the spine to the brain, moving from reproduction, food and power to love and knowledge in the head. Death is an illusion. It's a transition from physical into the astral. This is the realm of imagination. That screen you have in your mind that allows you to vision an apple It's the astral plane. Now you go there every time you have a dream. This is the subconscious manifesting in the realm of imagination. That's what a dream is. Every dream has a message because it's your mind materializing into matter. Yes, mind and matter are the same substance. The ancients used to prepare for death. This was a normal thing because they understood the mind is still alive after the physical body dies. Therefore, they detached from physical external addictions. Everything in the Matrix is designed to keep you addicted to as many things as possible. You can't ascend to these higher planes if your mind is stuck in these three-dimensional ways of thinking. These temples they built were in the form of the human body, and they would teach them how to raise their consciousness from the lower three chakras, the survival mode, into a higher state of consciousness where they are no longer attached to external things and they have mastery over their mind. Anunnaki never existed. They symbolize the different aspects of yourself. Anu, the god of the sky, is the living essence of the heavens. He represents above spirit. Ki was the goddess of the earth. Anu married Ki. Together, they gave birth to the Anunnaki. You are spirit and matter, Anu and Ki. You are the Anunnaki. You fell from spirit and infused in matter. Ancient texts are encoded. They encoded their text to make you critically think, to make you become smarter. The Bible and any other ancient text should never be taken as history. They encoded their text to make you smarter. The Book of Wisdom Volume 2 is now available. There is only limited stock. Human is hue man. Hue is an attribute of a color. Color is light. Hue is light. Man is manifested. We are light manifested in physical form. We are holographic electromagnetic beings. Heart rearranged is earth. The heart chakra is green and the earth is green. And the sky is blue and the throat chakra is blue. You're not a body inside of a universe. You are the universe experiencing itself. A microcosm form. Nothing is separate from you. You are all things. Religion has just externalized these teachings.